Aloha everyone, I'm Elena and I'm your professor for the Costumes and Cultures of South and Southeast Asia. Welcome to the class and also welcome to my home. You're probably wondering what the class is all about. It's about a very large region in Asia, and I will be taking you on a journey from Hawaii all the way to Southeast Asia, to the Philippines, Cambodia, and to India, Afghanistan, to name just a few of the countries we're going to. And I'd like to do this in a very engaging way, and that's why I've asked you to be on Facebook. If you don't have one, please create one because it's mandatory. And if you're concerned about privacy, you can also create a different account for this class. It's important because that's where we're going to be meeting, where I'm going to be putting all the announcements, and that's where you're going to be turning in your response papers or the brief comments on our weekly readings and videos. So this is actually quite effective because I've also taught different online courses, and I've noticed that a lot of the students get very excited over Facebook, and it's so easy for everyone to share photographs and ideas, and you know how it is. Facebook could be very addictive too at the same time. But so that's why I was thinking a class on Facebook would be very effective for this class, since it's going to be asynchronous, meaning we're not going to be chatting. So going back to the course, I've taught this class several times before, but in a face-to-face setting, in a classroom. So normally what I would do now is ask everyone to introduce themselves. So I'm gonna do that first, and I'm gonna do it in a very creative way. So I'm gonna show you an object that is very important in my identity. This is a girdle from the Tiboli people. The Tiboli people are an ethnic group in the southern part of the Philippines, where I was born. I was born and raised there, but I also went to high school and college in California. But learning about my culture and just perpetuating our traditional knowledge is very important to me, and that's the reason why I'm teaching this class. Actually, this is why I'm very passionate about this class, because I would like to continue perpetuating our indigenous knowledge as well as those of the indigenous cultures around the world. And the other thing is, it's very important that we learn about other cultures, because it also helps us become tolerant of differences. So now it's your turn. What I'm going to ask you to do, and this is going to be your homework for next week, is that choose an artifact or an object that represents who you are. In the past, a lot of my students have taken photographs of jewelry, heirloom jewelry actually, like rings, necklaces, even a sketchbook, textiles, clothing that represents who they are. And I'd like to ask you to post that on Facebook as well, so that we can all see, who are you. Not only can we see your photographs, your who you are, but who you are inside. So that's gonna be due next week on Friday by 4:30. And the second homework, I'd like you to start learning about Southeast Asia. So next week you're going to be watching Introduction to Southeast Asia, a lecture video that I recorded. And for the next 2 weeks, this week and next week, you will be reading Maxwell, Textiles of Southeast Asia, from page 3 to 66. It sounds very intimidating, but don't be. This book is actually very beautiful. It has a lot of photographs, so that's why there are 66 pages that you will be reading. For that homework, what I want you to do for me is to pick just 5 sentences that struck you the most, 5 sentences that highlights the reading for you. And I also want you to post that on Facebook. So there are 2 homework for next week, and that would be this homework, the artifact homework, and also the readings and the 5 sentences.